So nope, again, learning will not occur. The conditioned stimulus needs to reliably predict the occurrence of the unconditioned stimulus. So what this means is that your phone ringtone, your little ding sound, needs to reliably always be followed by receipt of a text message. If it's not, if it's only like some of the time, then your brain's not going to associate those two things as being exactly related. So two things that are important: timing and reliability. Let's move on to another phenomenon. So you may be wondering, can a learned association ever go away? In Pavlov's experiment, were the dogs just permanently stuck salivating to the tuning fork? Or is Dwight now permanently going to want a mint every single time that he hears a computer restart? So any learned response can be unlearned through the process of extinction. So in extinction, it's the reduction of response after repeatedly presenting the conditioned stimulus without the unconditioned stimulus. So you're not forgetting the association, you're just updating what you know about it. So if you decouple these two things, so for instance, if you hear that ringtone a bunch of times, but don't get text, maybe you're out in a public space and you just keep hearing that ringtone, but it's not associated with your own happiness, you might start to unlearn, okay, that ringtone doesn't actually mean anything for me right now. So you're extinguishing, you're experiencing extinction of that particular learned behavior. So let's walk through our examples again. So in this particular case, you hear a ringtone, you don't see a text message. So eventually that ringtone's not gonna, make you interested at all. You're not gonna have any sort of emotional response to that ringtone because it doesn't predict anything important. Now, one thing to note, extinction, again, is not forgetting. We'll talk about why on the next slide. So other examples, like I said before, being around people with the same ringtone but not getting your own text. Or if Jim were to restart his computer multiple times and Dwight's not getting that Altoid mint, he might be like, okay, well, this thing's over. This isn't actually producing any sort of response anymore. However, as for further evidence that extinction is not forgetting, that conditioned response can actually spontaneously come back after a period of time. So spontaneous recovery is the tendency for a conditioned response to reappear from extinction after a certain time. So this might occur because it takes a while for that learned response to be fully extinguished and fully forgotten, or fully, I use the word, it takes a while for that learned response to be completely gone, to completely be updated and relearned in your mind. So what this is showing is that after a period of time, if you then hear that ringtone again, it might start to elicit that response again. Maybe spontaneously, you're like, wait, I remember that ringtone was useful to me in the past. So this is evidence that you didn't actually forget that association. So examples, or why this might end up occurring, is that it takes a while for it to be completely gone. And it kind of occurs when that association isn't completely gone from your mind yet. So spontaneous recovery.